everybody. Good morning, good morning. It's a beautiful new day. How is everybody on this beautiful Monday? I am here to do my morning card pulls. I thought I would make you join me. Well, not make you join me, but you know. That didn't work very good. Hold on one second. I'm using a little bit of pine sage here just to kind of clear out the energies. There we go. There we go. Blessings, blessings, blessings. Okay, guys. I'm going to move that out of the way. Let's pull some cards to give us some spiritual guidance for our day. All right. So we're going to start with, let's start with the Lightworkers Oracle. Let's start with a message for the light workers out there who work diligently every day to bring the light, to work for the light, to bring everybody over into the light. Us light workers, we're working for the good guys. We're on the good guy team. Okay, let's see what beautiful message. Oops. You know what? I'm going to do it this way. I'm just going to spread them out. Okay. All right. We'll grab this one. Okay, and you guys, we got card number 24, Initiation by Air. Now, I am a Libra, which is an air sign, so that resonates for me. But let's read what it says. We've got card 24, Initiation by Air. Okay, and by the way, I've got some sage burning here. Okay, and I don't know if you can hear it or not, but in the background, I have some meditation music going. It is, oh my goodness, I'm not exactly sure. It's by Jason Stevenson, but I'm not exactly sure the title. It's a little too far for me to be able to see it, but Jason Stevenson does the best meditation music. It's copyright free. You never have to worry about getting some kind of a strike or copyright claim on you when you use his music. And not only that, it's extremely healing, very potent. Okay, so if you ever need a medication or a meditation music for specific things, specific ailments, specific, if you want to channel your guides, if you want to, for sleep or stress, anxiety, releasing negativity, go check out Jason Stevenson's YouTube channel and listen to his meditation music, because all of his stuff is incredible. Okay, so Initiation by Air. Okay, it says, you have a strong and powerful mind. The mind can be a great asset. It can bring comfort, peace, and strength as you take your spiritual journey. It can also be a dark and destructive force, undermining your power, making you doubt your own heart, and keeping you trapped in fear. The mind, developed without a loving spiritual practice, can be a frightening weapon rather than a liberating sword. How will you choose to use your mind power? Your mind can become more spacious and luminous if you practice emptying it on a regular basis. You do this through meditation. The radiant mind can be a mighty warrior against fear and despair, encouraging you with thoughts of optimism. When not given a chance to empty, however, the mind becomes overwhelmed with unprocessed information, and this is so true. Much of it will be fear-based programming, perpetuated by mass media, which is invested in controlling others and manipulating them by fear. You guys know that, right? Mass media, the media. They are absolutely invested in control and manipulation. And what do they use to do that with? Well, number one, fear. Number two, in my opinion, sex. Okay. This initiation, which liberates and opens the mind, empowers advanced souls to free themselves from manipulation and control. This is telling you, disconnect from mass media. The hallmark of a dysfunctional society is that the mind is expected to dominate the inclinations of the heart rather than serve it. That is so, so deep. The mind can be trained to be a great manager, creator, and defender of what has genuine value to the heart. But the power to feel what has meaning for us, what moves us enough to rise above our fears and risk growth, comes from the heart, not the mind. So we need to be listening to our hearts, you guys, not our mind, because our minds are being filled full of garbage, fear-mongering, manipulation, and they're using mass media to do it. I am trying to counteract that by using media to spread the light and the information. Okay, as you enter into this initiation, oh wait, I got to read one thing first. When the mind is given the task to feel and the heart is told not to feel, paralysis, confusion, and discomfort are experienced. Oh, that is so true. As you enter into this initiation, you will feel the need to step back from what you have been taught and learn to question what you once held to be true. Is that happening to you guys? Are you guys starting to question the reality a bit nowadays? As you disengage from habitual mental patterns, you will begin to observe your thoughts rather than be swept up in them. So with that, what I have learned to do when I'm starting to feel overwhelmed, or I'm starting to feel like my mind is full of a whole lot of what I call mind garbage, what I do is I sit and I acknowledge each one of those thoughts in my mind. Okay, now I'm thinking about bills. Okay, I've acknowledged, I've thought about bills, now I can let it go. Okay, now I'm thinking about whatever it may be. You acknowledge it and then you release it and you let it go and empty your mind of it. As you soften the strident actions of the mind, you will see that you can use your mental gifts wisely rather than allowing them to cause you pain. Those who have strong mental energies can accomplish much in terms of communication, invention, and creativity, but they often also suffer from destructive self-talk and mental obsessions. I was just having a conversation with my son about this the other day. We were talking about intrusive thoughts. You'll be going along just fine in your day, everything will be great, and then all of a sudden you start thinking, oh my gosh, this is going to happen, this terrible thing's going to happen, and when it happens, then this is going to happen, and then when that happens, it's going to cause this to happen, and then it's all going to fall apart. Those are intrusive thoughts. Those say for example, you're taking a walk along the road. Everything's going great. All of a sudden, I start imagining cars coming and running over us. That's intrusive thoughts. Okay, that's what that's talking about. Okay. This can even be addictive to thinking, which can wear people out and create cravings for things like sugar and drugs and other things that can lead to depression and illness. Instead, it is much better to regularly take time out from the mind and be in the moment, feeling energized, playful, and at peace. Now, I'm gonna take some, rewind just a little bit. So with the intrusive thoughts, recognize them, release them. That's how I deal with it. Okay, this is an intrusive thought. This is just a thought. This is not happening right now. I let you go. I release you. Okay. Okay. Your mind is a powerful creature. Oh, believe that. Tame it with persistence, compassion, kindness, and strength. Give yourself rest and an opportunity to switch off and empty your mind as regularly as you can. I do this every day in meditation. There is no need to judge or despair. This is an advanced initiation and one that is brought to you only when you are ready. Consider it a sign of your spiritual progress. So if you're going through this right now, this is a sign that you are progressing. The world will benefit from you as you learn to handle your mental energies more constructively. This oracle is indeed an omen of greater peace and happiness in your imminent future. That's fantastic. All right. Now there's an invocation that comes with this card. Let me see how long it is. Okay, it's pretty short. Okay, I'm going to read the invocation. Okay, so stare at this card while I read this invocation. Okay? I call upon the unconditionally loving ones to help me empty and refresh my mind, renewed in eternal love. May I express my freedom in making wise decisions that create joy and love in me and in the world. I ask for divine mercy, compassion, protection, and instruction to assist me in bringing my mind into a loving consciousness. May the light of the divine shine unobstructed through my mind, bringing peace to the world. May the unconditionally loving helpers of humanity help bring light, healing, and joy to the minds of all. Through my own free will, so be it. I love that. So now if you guys want to, you can go back and listen to that, look at the card and listen to that invocation. Whenever you start to feel that your mind is full of garbage and clutter and intrusive thoughts and stuff that just doesn't need to be there, you can go back and look at the card and listen to that invocation. Repeat it if you can to yourself. And it is so helpful. It gears your mind towards the progress that you need to make along your spiritual journey to take control over your own mind. Very beautiful message. Let me grab one of my stands here. I don't even know if you'll be able to see it if I do, but that there. All right. Okay, guys, that was a beautiful message from the Lightworkers Oracle. That is by Alana Fairchild. Love her work. Okay, so the next one we're going to go to is the Empath's Oracle. So Lightworkers, that's generally all of us. Empaths, generally all of us. We all work at different levels and degrees depending on where our frequency lies. So with the Empath Oracle, I love this one because it's tailored to those of us out there who are very empathic and who use our empathic abilities in our daily lives to drive us through our day. A lot of times empaths can have a lot of difficulties because we have a hard time discerning the difference between what we're feeling and what the energies that we're absorbing from around us. So the Empath Oracle is really good for advice as far as how to handle empathic abilities. So let's see what advice the universe has for the empaths today. All right. This is advice for the empaths. Okay. And again, we're going to do it this way. The backs of these cards, backs are so beautiful. Okay, let's see. Let's just pick, not even looking, this one. All right. What does it say, you guys? Oh, wow. Okay, card number 23. The last card we got was 24. So now we have card number 23. 23 adds up to a 5. 5 means change. Okay, so this card is called Learning from Social Conflict, bearing in mind that the number on it is representative of change. Card number 23 adds up to a 5, or reduces, I don't even know the word. Anyways, card number 23 adds up to a 5. You add the 2, the 3 together, you get a 5, you get a 5. All right, so 5 is the number for change. 5 is the number for conflict. 5 is the number for loss, regret, abandonment, abusive relationships, bullies, theft. 5 is the number for conflict, so it makes very much sense that card number 23, which adds up to a 5, would be about learning from social conflict. Okay, so let's read on this one from the Empath, Exploring the Empath Oracle. We will find 23. Okay. Learning from social conflict. Now, I'm going to hold the card up. I'm sorry about the glare. These are very glossy which is not my favorite, but anyways, you guys can see it. Okay, so learning from social conflict. So the essential themes of the lesson from this card is equipping the mind with knowledge of how to gently deal with conflict, choosing not to become overwhelmed in the face of disagreement, and deciding to focus on the lessons of conflict rather than placing blame. So the imagery, I'm sorry if it's hard to see, the image for this card is about disagreements between two people and the confusion that this leaves in both of them. At the same time, however, an attempt is being made to resolve this dispute by recognizing the common ground between the individuals. Different opinions and views can be very fruitful if allowed, with an open mind. This image illustrates the opposite of stubbornness. It shows us the gift of understanding as well as the ability to engage with and learn from differing opinions. I'm sorry, I have to set it down so I can turn the page. Okay, now here is the deeper meaning. Empaths notoriously strive to avoid social conflict. That is so true. I am the most non-confrontational person you'll ever meet. As much as we try, conflicts can arise, which is why we must be prepared. Sometimes these conflicts last for years or a lifetime, and other times they are temporary disagreements. This card reminds you that there are times when you do have the opportunity to learn more about yourself when social criticism is constructive. Insults and cruel exchanges, however, are destructive. With practice, you can gain the ability to know the difference. It's okay to recognize when we've made a mistake and to apologize for it, but we also need to know when we are doing the best we can in any given situation and must fight against becoming shamed or persuaded into the role of bad guy. We cannot wallow in these feelings. We also cannot solve everybody else's problems. We just can't. We have enough of our own to deal with. When our perspectives are solicited by someone else, we can offer advice to the best of our ability, and we can refer others to professional resources when needed. I am so all for that. Buddhist philosophy emphasizes right action. If you understand that you are acting and behaving in a compassionate, attentive, and responsible manner, you will find that the judgments and opinions of other people carry less weight. And that is very true. I always tell everybody, I'm Switzerland. I'm in the middle. I have no opinion. I'm Switzerland. I do that to avoid conflict and backlash. Okay, we can't allow others' negative opinions, whether from the past or the present, to become a heavy burden to shoulder. By being in control of our own mind and body, a compassionate self-awareness can be achieved. If we choose to listen more than we talk, we're more apt to get along with others without being a pushover. You guys, that is so true. When I am in a large group of people, I'm the last one to be the center of attention. I am a people watcher. I sit back, I listen, and I pay attention. Not only to what I'm seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, feeling in my 5 senses, but I'm paying attention to my 6th sense as well, very closely. Okay. It is vitally important to keep in mind that highly empathic people, this girl, not only have a blurred sense of social boundaries unless this gets reinforced with traumatic experiences, but we also have a difficult time judging the boundaries of others. Not everyone is like us. Can't say that enough. Not everyone is like us. We have a responsibility to step back socially, even if that stepping back is brief, to feel out other people's social boundaries. For me, that resonates in the fact that when I was younger, I used to walk up to people on the streets out of nowhere and say, hey, this person in spirit wants to talk to you. Or, hey, you have a person standing next to you in spirit that looks like this. You know, sometimes I was received well, but most of the time people did not receive that well. And I was just trying to help. So I have had to, over time and experience, learn how to maintain my own boundaries when it comes to my empathic abilities. If social conflict is forming around you, whether it is the form of tears, aggressive anger, or other hurtful emotions, it is vital that you disconnect to the best of your ability. So if you see fights happening between your friends or family members or in even strangers in a social situation, your message that you're being told right now is to step back. Do not take part in that conflict. Step back. It's vital that you disconnect from it to the best of your ability. Your intuition will guide your path in the situation. This does not imply a need to ignore, deny, or invalidate the other person's expressions. And that's another thing, too, I've learned to do over time, is when someone comes to you and they say, oh, this person did this to me, and this person said this to me, or even they'll come to me and say, this person's talking shit about you behind your back. I used to jump to the defense for that person. I used to say, oh, well, how does that person have room to talk, blah, blah, blah. But now what I do is I say, oh, wow, they said that? Wow, that's unfortunate. Rather than acting from it, I just observe it, accept that I've heard it. And I don't let it lead me, okay? And that means I'm not ignoring it, I'm not denying it, I'm not invalidating that this has been said. I'm just noticing, okay, I accept that was said. I acknowledge it. And that right there validates anything someone is saying to you. But what it will do is disallow them to sway you from your own center. So rather than being pulled into an argument or what I call it is a shit slinging, session on someone, remain neutral and don't let your love of someone else sway you from your own center. Love that. Okay, one more time. I got to change the page. Okay, the empath's challenge is to have emotional control in any given situation. This is called empathic empowerment. I love that term, empathic empowerment. Okay, now here is your homework for this message today. Yelling, suggestion for action, okay? Yelling, screaming, and dramatic outbursts do not sit well with highly empathic people because the emotions attached to the negative displays overtake us, and they do. This is especially the case when someone takes issue with us personally. It feels natural to absorb the criticism and take it on board. However, we must consider the source and remain somewhat stoic in the face of social conflict. What was I just saying? Like a tightrope walk, we should not totally bow our heads in shame during the interpersonal conflict, nor should we respond with the same amount of reactive intensity. That's perfectly said. We must remain centered and true to ourselves. Socially, it is important to remain self-assured while still being open to other opinions, feelings, and perspectives. Disallow the pendulum to swing to arrogance or smugness. These are shallow defense mechanisms that will make it appear that you're not validating someone else. These projective defenses do little to improve a person's social abilities. So true. At the end of the day, honesty is the best policy in social situations. Okay, I gotta say, I call myself a truth warrior, and I'm proud of that. But the problem with that is when you remain completely honest, people walk away because people don't like to hear the truth. They really don't. Even though they claim that they do, people don't like to hear the truth. People don't always like to hear the truth. And sometimes when they know that you're someone who will speak the truth and will be brutally honest, they don't come, they run from you. And that's happened to me. I've lost many people in my life for being honest. Okay. I'm going to say that again. At the end of the day, honesty is the best policy in social situations, and it's okay to be honest by humbly asking for clarity. And by that, what that means is, instead of saying, oh my God, he did what to you? You can say, did you say that he did this to you? Instead of going, oh my God, what a jerk, he did that to you. You are acknowledging what they said, validating that they said something, but still remaining in your own center. Okay. If you are involved in any given conflict, please try to take some space so you can be responsive rather than reactive. The process of being responsive requires the empath to take a little bit of space, step back, and understand the dynamics of any given situation. That is a wonderful lesson for today for the empaths. Love that. Love that. Okay. Pay attention so that you are being responsive, not reactive. What a beautiful message. Okay, one more, guys. One more. We're already at 24 minutes. We're going to pull a crystal of the day. We are going to pull a crystal of the day. So this is my first time debuting my new chrysalis deck. I just love this beautiful, beautiful oracle deck. I have multiple crystal decks, but this one is just amazing. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay, we're going to do the same, guys. We're going to do the same. All right. Let's pick one from inside. What crystal do we need to focus on today? And bam! Oh, that's funny. Okay, so I told a story about this crystal when I unboxed this deck. We've got Peridot. Peridot is a beautiful green color. Peridot works with the the heart chakra. Sorry, oh my goodness. Peridot works with the heart chakra. And the theme for this card is so much life in you. Look at how beautiful. Are you even freaking kidding me? Look how gorgeous that is. Look at that. Peridot. So much life in you. And it's got a cup on it. Now in tarot, the cups are emotions. The cups stand for emotions. So, which also is the water element. Okay, so let's, oh, there it is, okay. Let's read on Peridot real quickly. There it is. Okay. So much life in you. I love that saying. Okay, here's the beautiful image. All right. Deep. Okay, Peridot. On the Mons hardness scale, it is 6.5 to 7. Okay, I'm going to stop real quick and explain that because I didn't understand what that meant before, but I do now, and it's really interesting. So the Mons hardness scale, okay, it is a scale that determines the density or the hardness of a crystal. Stones and crystals range from soft to hard. This is called the Mons hardness scale. On this scale, 1 is the softest, like talc, and 10 is the hardest, like a diamond. Soft stones are fast-acting. Hard stones indicate situations that may take longer to work through. So bear that in mind. The harder the stone, it's saying that it might take it might be harder to work through the situation with the harder of the stone that is pulled in the energy at the time, and the softer of the stone is the easier. It's something you'll be going through easier. It'll be an easier lesson, a softer lesson. So I thought that was quite interesting. I just wanted to share that. Okay, so let's read the message with Peridot. Peridot, deep in your heart, there's a place of verdant joy and shining wellness, where moss carpets the rocks and tree trunks are crisscrossed by flowering vines. The air is rich with bird song, and every breath is crisp and vibrant, reaffirming life. In this magical, miraculous inner landscape, anything is possible. You can sip from the well of wisdom, play with the strands of time, and restore your soul when it grows world weary. This is the space where Peridot lives, spiraling through the never-ending green. Come dance with me, she whispers. There is still so much life in you. Restore your spirit. Remember your bliss. I love it! Remember your bliss. Restore your spirit. Remember your bliss. And I'm going to leave you guys with that this morning. Namaste. Thanks for joining me. Love you. Namaste. Okay, guys, I'm back. I decided I'm going to go ahead and tag this onto my card pull reading I just did because this is just a quick one. All right, so the drawing. The drawing. Okay, it's time for me to draw names, guys, but here's the problem. Okay, I had a lot of people answer and enter the drawing, which I'm so happy about. The more the merrier. I got a few newbies on here, a few new people who I believe joined my channel, and asked to join the drawing, which I'm totally perfectly fine with that. But mostly these are all people I recognize. These are all my beautiful, wonderful, amazing subscribers. And this drawing, once again, is to celebrate me hitting 500. I think I'm now more like 530 or something like that. I'm not checking it daily, but the last time I checked, I was at like 530, maybe 525, 530, something like that. I'm not really keeping track, to be honest. Like, I'm not hugely keeping track because I'm not here on YouTube to blow up and turn into a great big giant channel. To me, that is so much responsibility that I do not want to take on myself. I just like having my little platform here. And for all of my subscribers, if you have found yourself to my channel and you subscribe to me and you watch my stuff, I love you. You're a blessing in my life. You found yourself here for a reason, and that is all I care about. Okay, so here's the problem. I've received a lot of people who have commented in my videos since I did the video on my drawing. I've put out 7 or 8, maybe 10 videos. And because I wanted to give it a week or so for people to have time to enter. People I normally thought would have entered hadn't entered yet, so I stretched out that week a little bit, and it's almost going on 2 now. Okay, but the problem is I received answers, or people entered the drawing, giveaway, whatever you want to call it, in the comments of subsequent videos. So I hope I got everybody. I did my best to try to write it down every time someone entered, whether it was in the right video or not. I had asked that if you entered the drawing, that you put your comment on that video, but it's okay. Some people have commented on other videos that they want to be in the drawing, and I think I have everybody, but I'm going to go ahead and read off the list of names of people who have entered the drawing, and then I'm going to leave this video up for a few days. If I missed you, please, please, please comment in this video that you want to join my drawing, and you know, just put the comment in there so I can add you to my list, okay? Because I want to do this drawing. Okay, and then after I read off this list, I have a surprise to tell you guys. Okay, so I have Miss Bella Butterfly. Now, you're one of them who commented in a different video, but I got you. So you're on my list. I've got my girl Tracy. I've got my girl His Sally My Jack. I got my one of the 2 men who entered, Preston Norris. I've got In My Opinion. I've got Awakened Intuitive Tarot. I've got Malin Cup. I've got Is Willow. I've got Pepperoni Macaroni. I love that name. It's awesome. Pepperoni Macaroni. You are new to my channel. I love your name. It is amazing. Okay, I've got Shelby. I've got Hearts Ash. Mystic Brady. My girl. My bestie. I have 2 besties. Mystic Brady and my in-person in personal life bestie, her name is Shirley. I just had a birthday bash video for her. Okay, then we've got Shirley. Her last name is Driggers. So we've got Mystic Brady, Shirley Driggers. We've got Jenny Prasad. We've got Rashad Lemonade. That's a new one that's new to, that's another one that's new to my channel. Hello, welcome Rashad. You're on the list. We've got Andrea Wheatley. And that is it. Okay, so if I missed you, or if you've just now found yourself to this video and you want to join my drawing, put it down in the comments. Put it in the comments. Put it in the comments. All right, guys, I'm going to give it, let's see, it's Monday. Wednesday. Wednesday is the day I'm going to do my drawing. So get your name in there before Wednesday, because Wednesday is it. That's the day. Okay? All right. Surprise! I have a surprise. Okay, so hold on one second. I got to get this. Okay, I'm back. I should have been more prepared. All right, so as a reminder, the items that I'm giving away, the barrette with the strawberry quartz crystal point, the moon barrette with strawberry quartz crystal point, that's part of the giveaway. The tiger's eye earrings, part of the giveaway. The black obsidian crystal bottle pendant. Then we've got the azurite Celtic pendant. And we have the turquoise butterfly earrings. They've got turquoise and moonstone. Okay, so here's the deal. I have a huge plastic bin full of all of the jewelry I make. Okay, and as I was going through, I was asking Spirit to tell me which ones to pick out for the drawing, right? And I feel like there's somebody out there who needs these things. And if the universe feels you need it, you will win the drawing. Somebody out there needs these crystals, and this is my way of getting them to you. But I only wanted to do 5. And it was because of the shipping cost, basically, is why I was trying to limit it to 5. Because last time I sent out 10, and it was a pretty penny. So, and shipping costs are getting so high these days. But here's the thing: while I was picking those 5 items out, Spirit told me, "You're not done. You're not done, because there's somebody out there who needs a unakite, a piece of unakite." And there's somebody out there who needs some jade in their life. So, told you I was picking 5? I lied. I was misinforming. I'm picking 7 because these 2 crystals somebody needs these. And Spirit told me these need to go into the drawing. So now, it went from 5 to 7. So now there will be 7 winners. Not only that, Spirit also told me that this needs to go with each person that wins a piece of jewelry. This needs to go with it. And what these are, this is just one of 10 of these bags that I have. But what it is, these are my crystal infused potpourri. Okay, so I've got 2 right here that I'm going to be showing you. I have what is called my summer mix and my spring mix. I haven't done a fall or a winter mix yet because I haven't got there yet. So what I have is, what this is this is for your altar, your sacred space, or anywhere you want to put it. What this is it is a potpourri that has crystal chips in the bottom of it. Incense, essential oils have been added to it, and a spirit-inspired mix of dried flowers and herbs. So, like this one here, this one has, okay, so crystal medicine, crystal infused, healing potpourri. It's got lavender essential oil, and then it has naturally dried white sage, sweetgrass, palo santo, lavender, jasmine, red plum, oh my goodness, calendulotide, I can't, rosemary, I'm sorry, here it says everything that's in it on the package. I can't pronounce some of these plant names, some of these flower names, but anyways, there's the mixture. These are all, when I make a big mixture of my crystal infused potpourri, I make it all in a bowl, right? I pray on it, I sage it, I do everything, right? And then I add the crystals to it that Spirit tells me to add to it, and then I bag them up in these little baggies. Now, these, I actually, right now, at this point, I actually hand these out at my jewelry stand that I put up whenever I have a venue. I actually hand these out. If somebody spends more than $50 at my stand, they get one of these for free. Okay. This one has eucalyptus oil in it. Chrysanthemum. And yeah, lemongrass, don't forget me nots. There's some lavender. There's something word I can't pronounce. And then there are crystals at the bottom of each baggie. So I've got a spring and a summer mix, and each one of you who wins a drawing will get one of these with it to put on your altar, your sacred space, in your bathroom, next to your bathtub, just for the smell, next to your bed in a bowl, whatever. This is healing because it's got crystals, essential oils, and the plants. These are all very healing things, and put together, it's a big kerpow. So, there you go, guys. You have till Wednesday. Get your name down there. All right, guys. Namaste. Have a beautiful Monday.